up? Welcome back to Shasta Speaks, honey. I want to talk about Beyond the Gates. I missed a few episodes. I had to go back and watch them. Yeah, I've been busy. My apologies. I'm getting caught up. I'm getting on track. Um, so I Beyond the Gates is a different type of animal because it is a soap opera and it is something that comes on daily. So carving out that time to come on here and talk about it, it can be somewhat challenging, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to carve out the time because honey, they don't listen. It's up there, and I ain't gonna hold you. In the beginning, I was like, "What's going on?" I had a little bit of question mark here there, you know. Um, but yeah, it's given. It's given, and I feel like it's only getting better. I feel like in the beginning there was a couple things that were just like, like for example, um, how the grandson Martin is always going to the granddad and up and up and up and up and up in the granddad. And don't get me wrong, I love the fact that they love and respect their grandparents. I love the fact that he loves and adores his granddad and feels like if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't have accomplished many of the things that he has going on, and he just adores him. But it was like it was just a lot. I'm just saying in the beginning. But I'm all right with it now. I'm all right with it. And Danny's character, which for the most part, I am still team Danny. But this last episode, she oh, that Danny making my nerves bad. That's what I'm gonna say. Danny is making my nerves bad because Danny is still in love with Bill and will take Bill back at the drop of a hat. Okay, y'all hear me? Danny will take Bill back at the drop of a hat. If Bill said, "I'm finna leave Haley and I just want to come on back home," she would take him back. And that is a problem for me. Yep, that's a problem for you, girl. Cause I'm like, girl, how you gonna take him back after all this shit he done did? What is wrong with you? Like I don't be wanting that for us. I don't be wanting for us to look weak. Okay. And in those moments, Danny be giving me weak. I don't like it. I don't like that, Danny. I need you to continue to be strong, badass, kicking the dog chick. I don't want them making Danny some little weakling. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So anyway, look, this is just a catch up, a real quick catch up of where it is now, so that I can pick up with episode 11 that came on yesterday and episode 12. I'm gonna do episode 11 and episode 12 recap together later on today. This is just a quick. This is what's going on with most of these characters that went on with most of these characters from episodes I think 3 through 10 that I didn't do individual um recaps for. But going forward, the recap, the reactions. I'm gonna say reactions to it because I don't know how far I'm gonna go into recapping. I have to see. It's a lot with actually recapping every single part of the episode. So we'll see. It'll probably be a mixture, right? Some recap, some reaction. Okay, we're gonna meet somewhere in the middle with it. Okay, so on these last episodes, so because the last one that I had actually did an actual full recap on or whatever was episode 2, and at the end of that one, Danny had went in and smacked Bill. Now this is after she had smacked old girl, okay, and so pretty much after that, what we have found out, what happened after that was that Bill went to Danny's Um, he had, he had already told the granddaddy he wanted them to be at the wedding. He had told them. The granddaddy pretty much called everybody. The granddaddy and the grandmama called everybody to the house and pretty much said they got to go to this wedding because there's a secret that Bill knows about Martin, which is the congressman that's always, you know, kissing up to the granddad. And there's a secret that Bill knows. And in order to keep that secret from coming out, they gotta go along with this. Bill, for whatever reason, is trying to give Haley the wedding of her dreams, honey, because she wants this wedding. Now, in Haley's defense, Haley did, when she saw after she had got popped upside her face by Danny, and then she saw how everybody pretty much had um said they wasn't coming to the wedding and this and that. She was like, let's just go to Vegas. It's Bill who's like, now, and why Bill went and told him he wanted them at the wedding and he wanted them to tell everybody else, okay, to come on to the wedding. So, yeah. So the grandparents get everybody together and pretty much tell them that. Of course, everybody's like, what? Even Danny, because Danny was on her way to Paris and she ends up getting told she got to be at this wedding. Of course, everybody feel bad for her, because they pretty much like, huh? Because no one understands. And so whatever this secret is with the grandparents and Martin is something that only the grandparents know. I don't even think Martin's parents know. Okay. So that's interesting to me because it's like, oh, what did he do? Now, we also see that Martin is having these crazy dreams, and it sounds like there's some type of shooting or fighting or something that's going on in these dreams. So I'm sure that whatever Bill knows, it is tied to that. Maybe Martin unalived somebody or something back in the day, and they covered it up, and Bill aided in covering it up, and he's trying to hold it over their head. That's the sense I'm getting from that. Um. So yeah. Um. Also, the Andre guy, who is not related to anybody on the Dupree side. He's not related to Ted Richardson or either, which is Nicole Dupree's husband. But they pretty much took him in after his parents were killed. And he's the photographer. Honey, Danny the late started laying up with him after she met him at her daughter's video shoot. Um, Yeah, he's a younger guy, and honestly, I think he's just something for her to do. He's a boy. He's a boy toy, and he's a womanizer himself. So he can do this with no attachments, and he don't feel no way about it. Okay, he just go over there. You know what I'm saying? Do what he need to do with her when she called, and then he go on about his business. And I think, in all honesty, Danny needs that release. You would think that by her doing that she's somehow getting over Bill. And baby, she ain't. She is very much still hung up on Bill, which is crazy word to me. But anywho, um, but the twist with Andre and him sleeping with Danny, and don't nobody know that they sleeping together. The other little twist with that is Andre really, really like Ashley, the little white girl that's the nurse that has the fine ass firefighter boyfriend. Okay, the little white boy, and um yeah, she has him, but you can tell by the way Andre be looking at her that he want her, and we know that he's hit on her before, and they were either talking or they were doing something previously, and it didn't go nowhere. Probably because he's a womanizer and he's always, you know, flying around here and there and stuff. But he like Ashley, and you can see it. And when him and Ashley are around each other, he's looking at her in that way, even in front of her boyfriend. And so that dynamic is kind of tricky. Um, and he's in town for a while. He ain't finna go nowhere for a while, and he's frequently up at the hospital because Nicole and Dr. Ted have offices there, so he's frequently up there at the hospital. Um, So it's gonna be interesting to see how that dynamic ends up playing out. The other thing is that Naomi, which is Danny's oldest daughter, Naomi, and her husband also, which her husband is the policeman or whatever. Naomi and her husband are always, they like do like date nights with Ashley and her boyfriend. His name's Derek. Yeah, his name's Derek. Um, Ashley and Derek. And so they have a closeness right there that, again, I hope. I don't know. I feel like it's getting set. We're, it's being set up in a way that it's gonna get real toxic with that whole little triangle right there with them, honey. It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a mess. That's how I feel. I really feel like it's going to end up being a mess. Now let me tell you this. The other thing that's a mess is Vanessa, the realtor girl, the realtor lady. Now she's the white lady who's married to another doctor. Now his name is Doug. Child, Vanessa, for the looks of it, is in a very loveless marriage. It's like they ain't really on the same page in their marriage. And Vanessa be cheating. Vanessa be out here cheating. She be having role plays and stuff with folks, honey, laying up with these random men and stuff, honey, doing role play, meeting at all these inconspicuous places. And honey, in one episode, one of the dudes actually came and said, pretty much playing the whole little thing in front of the husband. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a mess. But what's even crazy is the husband has this really, 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 really bad gambling habit, and he then got um pretty much taking a loan from what I can tell, a loan shark. Now, if that ain't a setup for some mess, I don't know what is, because y'all know how they go. Y'all already know, we saw enough shows about these loan sharks, and when they be wanting their money and they be putting that 50% upcharge on the money you done borrowed, and you can't never get out of debt, and then you're out here doing favors and things, and it's a recipe for disaster. Doug finna have him and Vanessa in some BS. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. It's gonna be some mess with them. Okay? Cause he in over his head. And she don't know he got this habit. It's gonna be a mess. Um, who else? Okay, so then we got Leslie and Eva. Leslie is the mama, Eva is the daughter. So basically, Leslie and Eva is plotting on Dr. Nicole and her husband Ted Richardson, because apparently Leslie say that she had something going on with Ted back in the day, and he left her for Dr. Nicole. I don't know if it was an overlap. We ain't got all the details yet, y'all. But she said he left her, and apparently Eva is his child from the relationship with her. Now he don't know nothing about the child. Now I guess it will remain to be told he if she kept the pregnancy from him and had the baby, and he didn't know he had a child out here floating around. I'm gonna assume that that's what happened. The other thing is that's also an assumption that it's his baby, because this woman is back shit crazy. Okay, the damn Leslie lady done ran Dr. Nicole's assistant that worked at her house off the damn road, child. On the, she done rode a motorcycle, ran this girl off the damn road, Laura. And honey, Laura laid up in the hospital, and she done schemed and scammed to get her daughter Eva in there filling in temporarily for Laura while she's out hurt. But that's because Leslie is real good friends with the other assistant in the house, and her name escapes me. It's another kind of older um black lady. She is friends with Leslie and another lady, and they always meet for lunch and this and that, and be talking, and she be telling them folks business to Leslie and this other little lady. And see, this is a prime example of why I wonder if they had them sign non-disclosures and stuff like that, and they ain't even supposed to be talking about none. Because y'all know that people, like in real life, these celebrities, these people that be in their houses, I know they make them people sign non-disclosures, and you ain't supposed to be talking about nothing that goes on in their house. I'm sure that they ain't supposed to be talking about nothing that goes on in that damn house. The other the older lady assistant that in there is named Mona. That's her name, Mona. So Leslie the schemed and scammed, honey, and talked to Mona, and Mona then put in the word for Eva and got Eva on in there, honey, not knowing that Eva and Leslie is plotting on these folks' child. So that right there is gonna be a mess. Um, when it all start coming out. The other thing is the daughter, Cat, baby Cat is on Eva's damn ass. Y'all hear me? Cat the only one picking up on some bull crap with Eva. So the first time she met her, she went to her mama office and called Eva ass in there, all in her mama desk. And she's like, what you doing? Who are you? What you in here doing? And the girl lied, talking about she trying to find what she still knew. She trying to figure out what everything is. Baby Cat like, mm-mm. And see, they chopping it up like Cat is, because Cat's spoiled and live on the, still live at the house with them and this and that. And they trying to make it seem like she's looking down on the girl because she don't come from a family with money or whatever, whatnot. Not realizing that Cat the only one with good instincts and is picking up on the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now what's gonna be interesting is that when she find out that this quote unquote might be her sister, that's gonna be the plot twist right there. But she called her going in the desk, and then she called her again at the hospital, in her mama laptop. And she each time she catching her, she saying something to her, she letting her know she on her ass, and she talking to her mama then. But her mama, for you to be a psychiatrist, Dr. Nicole, the fact that your spidey senses ain't going off and you ain't paying no attention to what your daughter's saying, I don't like that. I don't like that. And if your daughter's saying that this girl going in your stuff and this and that, like, you way too open and free with somebody you don't even know. I don't care who recommended them. I don't care. I got to get to know you for myself. And so the fact that the storyline is making it seem like Dr. Nicole is that gullible, I don't like that. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's a soap opera. We know how they're gonna do. It's gonna be overly dramatic. It's gonna be, all these things. It's gonna be unrealistic because in real life we know how we would handle certain situations, and that ain't how we be handling that. Because I would have been like, you gotta go. Don't be in here in my stuff. She a whole doctor. You can't give people access to all that just out the gate without doing your own real good background checks on people. Um. Okay. So Bill, of course, and Haley, and the whole Danny of it all. For one thing, Bill trying to salvage a relationship with his daughters, and his daughters Naomi, for one, is like, no, nigga, you dead to me. Like, she's like, you dead to me. I don't want nothing to do with you. Like, period. And, I second that. Because I can't stand, when I say I can't stand Bill, I can't stand Bill. I can't stand Bill. Oh my God, I can't stand Bill. Um, Haley now, Haley is a two is a a husband stiller and all of the things. But he do be trying to talk sense into this ninja, and he still be on his own little thing. And so it's just like, girl, you gonna see that Bill ain't what you think Bill is. I feel I don't see how they gonna make it. They are totally opposite. They're totally opposite. Anyway, they have the wedding. Danny shows up at the wedding with the gun, pulls the gun on them. She don't shoot nobody. She trying to get them to kneel. They fight for the gun. She ends up shooting some flowers. Her daughter ends up recording it. Her daughter was streaming it because her daughter not Cat. Her daughter Chelsea is an influencer, so she, you know how the influencers do. They stream all everything. She was streaming it. The shit went out. Um, you know, it was what it was. They thought they had got rid. They thought that they could all move past it, and it wasn't gonna be this whole big thing. Bill and Haley still end up getting married. But then when they get back to the house and they're supposed to be starting their honeymoon, Bill decides that, he hears about a press conference that the Duprees are putting up because they trying to get in front of the story because the stream went out with Danny having his gun on him at the wedding and this and that. They trying to get in front of it and talking about it. Danny comes in. She's being, she holds herself accountable for what happened. Yada yada yada. Haley and Bill get into it because Haley don't want him going to crash the press conference and leaving her on her honeymoon night. Bill pretty much just like he want to do it because he's tired of them getting away with doing shit. Yada yada yada. Bill and Haley go to the press conference. Bill get up there saying his piece, child, about what happened and about the chart. How it was all these charges and things like that. He even tells his daughter, because his daughter was like, Chelsea was like, how she felt so bad. And he telling her, this isn't your fault. If anything, you're the reason that justice can be served for this and da 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 da, which was awful. Because he knew damn well that girl was not trying to put her mama in a position to be arrested. He is just the scum of the earth. In real deal. For real, he is the scum of the earth. The family ends up calling up policeman over. He takes the report, decides that nothing had been done since nobody had been hurt, blah blah blah. They pretty much throwing it out. Child. Later on, Bill makes calls and reaches out, I think, to the state's attorney or somebody, honey. And they decide that they're gonna arrest damn Danny. They didn't decide that they're gonna damn arrest Danny. And then, don't you know, Naomi husband, the one that came to arrest him. Naomi husband brought his ass in there to arrest her, and Naomi is pretty much pissed. Like the whole family pretty much pissed, but Naomi is pissed that he would arrest her. His name's Jacob. That's her husband. His name's Jacob. She's pissed at Jacob, honey. She's pissed at Jacob that he would arrest her mama. But Jacob pretty much like he doing his job, and if it was somebody else it'd be worse type of thing. And Bill is the one that set it all up for her to be arrested. That's where episode 10 ended. Pretty much. And all the other thing, let me back this up. That was where it ended. But earlier in that, also, Leslie Then took her ass to the hospital and got on the roof acting like she gonna goddamn jump and ask for Dr. Nicole. And Dr. Nicole takes her ass up there talking is talking to her on the roof, and she telling her this whole story about this man that then left her and how hurt she and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And not Andre. Ted ends up seeing this woman's face finally. And child, let's just say we get the confirmation that we knew some shit had went on, but that's when we get the confirmation because he does confront her, not in front of Nicole, of course, but yeah. So that story finna be twisted up in a goddamn pretzel because that's going to be some mess. And now I need to again. I don't think he know a child is involved, so I don't think he's still none the wiser that his alleged child is working in the damn house, in the damn house with the child, in the damn house with the child. It's too much. It's too much. But that's pretty much where we at. I tried to keep it under 30 minutes to just kind of hit the hot spots of where we are with each cast member. And now, like I said, I'm gonna come back later on today and do episodes 11 and 12, and then we'll be up to date. And I'm gonna make it my business to come on here and get back on track daily of doing these updates. Because, honey, Beyond the Gates is giving. I was concerned if it was gonna give, but it's giving. So if you have not subscribed, come on over here and subscribe, okay? Because we're gonna talk about it. Um, yeah, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. If you're not watching it, honey, get on it. It's good. It's giving what it needs to give. You know what I'm saying? Hell, it could have been, if I'm just being honest, it could have been a nighttime soap opera, like, you know, I'm finna age myself here, but like a Dallas or a Knots Landing or a Dynasty. Mm-hmm. I could see these girls on prime time. Okay, when the soap operas at night was something else. But anyway, make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, honey. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later on today with this. And I also have a Real Housewives of Atlanta review coming up too from Sunday's episode because the girls are back. The peaches are back, honey. So, all right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all.